I brought ham radio to an overlanding show. For day 16, I decided to drive up to Overland, America in Oklahoma. It's where we are now. It's in a little town called Jay, Oklahoma, which is semi-close to Tulsa, pretty close to Tulsa. Decided to come out here because I've been wanting to come out here for the last couple years anyway. I got an email from someone in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Jeremy, who hopefully you'll meet later in the show, unless he's camera shy or something. He emailed me about a week ago and he's like, hey, is anyone going to the show? And I was like, actually, I was thinking about coming up and doing this as part of my 30 Days of Ham Radio series. And he's like, come up here and camp with us. 2 of the 4 of us that are camping together are ham radio operators. So I got here last night and it was dark, so I didn't record anything last night, but set up the truck over there, got that all rolling and everything. He said he had set up his DX Commander and he made 4 or 5 FT8 contacts yesterday. We sat around the campsite last night talking about sideband. I told him about my 2-meter sideband day that I had recorded a couple days ago, checking into the Chaos Net in the North Texas area. So we might try some 2-meter sideband today. He said he was trying 6.52 simplex from here yesterday and just didn't reach anybody until I came in last night and I called him on 6.52 simplex, and of course he told me where they were. I was able to drive in with his directions over FM simplex. But this is the Overland of America show for day 16. Remember that we are supporting the ARRL Teachers Institute. Go to ARRL.org/30 days to make a donation so that teachers can be taught ham radio to take it back to their schools. Let's go. Hey, you guys about to head this way? KC5 HWV.
Jumping on the truck now. KB5 UZD.
All right, I'll see you down there. I'm not sure exactly where the entrance is. I'm just going to look for the crowd. They're getting in a truck. I am on the e-bike. And we're going to go up here and do a walkthrough. There's a vendor area here. So going to see what that's about. And they said there's more vendors here today than there was last year. I wouldn't know. I wasn't here last year, but I'm going to try to see what all is going on with the show outside of Jay, Oklahoma, Overland of America. And this whole complex is owned by them. They do events out here periodically, and I don't see anything there. Okay, we're gonna go up here. It might be down there in the front. I don't know. This is the front gate right here. Get raffle tickets, t-shirts, hats, Overland America logoed swag and gear there. And then this is gonna be the vendor area. Now, I caught up with Cottywomple Overland just now. I met these guys at, maybe it was Rendezvous. I've seen them at more, I've seen them at Rendezvous. I may have seen, no, you know what? It was at More Expo. It was at More Expo. They stopped me because a couple of those guys are ham radio operators. And they stopped me, they're like, hey, we watch your channel and we should do some overlanding together. And I'm like, yes, let's do that. We never have done it. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. As they're several states away, they're not exactly close to me. Still would like to do that eventually. So I ran into them just now and they recognized the hat. They're like, hey. And then the guy that was there, there's 2 guys there. There's one that's the tall guy and the short guy. I'm the short guy, so I can say that. But the guy that was there, he was like, yeah, we need to still get together and do some stuff. They have a YouTube channel also. Like I said, 2 of them are ham, so we need to try to do that eventually. But I rode the bike up and down the trail, up and down the each of these aisles. And the reason I mentioned Cottywomple because he said that he was here last year. Last year was their inaugural year for this event, and they've got about twice as many vendors today as they did last year. He also said that the guy in charge told them that they had sold 5 weeks prior to this weekend. They had sold as many tickets as they did all of last year. So this is a growing event. This is a growing event. We're in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. Jay, Oklahoma is the name of the closest town. And guys who go to More Expo with me, the group of us who go to More Expo, talking to you guys, or any of you who might go to More Expo, what do you think about making this an annual thing as well? Because it's actually, I was thinking when I first signed up, when I first found this event, I'm like, oh, it's in Oklahoma, it's close. It's actually only about an hour closer to me than More Expo is. More Expo is about a 6-hour drive. This one was like a 5-hour drive. So not the closeness factor is not really there, but 5 hours is not bad. You live in Texas. Anything less than about 8 hours is a close drive. So what do you guys think about maybe making this an annual event? Excellent camping here. You can get hookups. You can get RV water and electric if you want to. You can completely boondock, which is what we were doing this weekend. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments, and let's do a walkthrough of this complete area here. All right, we're just going to walk down here. There's also a thing called Storytellers Row, which is at the front of this row here. I saw a couple of guys. In fact, Cottywampa was at Storytellers Row. They're up here on the left. We'll walk by them here in a minute. And I have walked by 2 people so far. Actually, no, 3 people. 3 people so far that recognized me from YouTube, saw my shirt, like, hey, Jason, watch your videos all the time. I'm like, great, where's your radio? And they're like, oh, yeah. One guy said he had one in the truck. Another guy, I said, hey, we're on 652. He goes, oh, okay. I didn't have a radio on him, but maybe he'll go back and get it. And then the third guy, I didn't ask him about the third. Well, the third guy's Derek from Switchback over here. He's a ham. So he should have a radio too. I don't know if he does or not. But let's take a look and see what he's doing real quick.
What's called the running gear. Okay, we want to keep the debris and mud and filth out of there. And you put this boot on here, and this will cover all that up and protect your running gear from getting all that nasty water and corrosion and mud and everything on it.
Switchback Outdoor Safety is his company. He does recovery gear, towing gear, outdoor safety gear, overlanding safety gear, that kind of thing. Good guy, really good guy. He's usually in charge of the forums at the Moore Expo every year, and he's the one who usually gets me to do a presentation on radios. Now this is Trail and Timber. This guy was on Meshtastic this morning. We were chatting with him on Meshtastic, trailandtimber.com. And he sells Devos lights. This is new. I haven't seen this table yet. Might pick one of those up this weekend. This is the Light Ranger 2000 that I have. That's the Light Ranger 4000. Now, he said the Light Ranger 4000 is more like a work light. It's just white. This one has built-in filters for amber and red light as well as white LEDs. And this one has a Bluetooth app. You can connect to your phone, turn it off and on. So you get up in the middle of the night, you turn it on, turn it off again. Excellent, excellent outdoor camping lights. I take mine with me everywhere. I do have an affiliate link for those guys too, so I'll share that with you in the description below. So this is part of Storyteller Row here. I'm gonna get some names of some of these YouTube channels and maybe talk to some of them about just doing YouTube. But yeah, these guys are at many of the shows I go to. Look at this thing. Wow, look at this thing. All right, someone needs to email my wife and tell her that this needs to be our new RV road trip vehicle. I've already seen a few Ford Super Duty trucks here that I want to go by and get pictures of. This is one of them, but woo, look at that. All right, let's keep walking. I might come up there. It looked like I'd like to talk to a couple of YouTubers, but we'll see who we can find in a little bit. Gear Haul, Universal Mounting Solutions. Got a fishing rod there. Oh, hey guys, you know what? Look at this. You know what would go in there? A fiberglass mast, an antenna mast. What do y'all think about that? I need something like that. That's exactly what I need. I've been thinking for a while now that I need to get a flagpole mast basically for a T-channel connection and mount it to my bed rack so that when I go to a park and park the truck, I could just put the carbon fiber mast in the bed rack. That brings it up another 5.5, 6 feet off the ground. So now the base of the mast is 5.5, 6 feet off the ground. You got a 31-foot mast. Now you're up, 37 feet instead of 31 feet. And then it's mounted on the truck, so it's not going anywhere. And you string up an end-fed halfway and do some parks in the air. So I'm looking for something like that. That might work. That looks like it bolted to like a sway bar around the back of that four-wheeler. But it might have other mounting options. You might be able to just put some T-channel bolts in the back of it. We'll see. I've done some work for IceCo. I run one of their fridges in the truck every day. They're just being sold by this vendor right here. Zero Breeze, same thing. There's IceCo. Oh no, this is the IceCo guy. That's the IceCo guy I bought my fridge from at Moore Expo 2 years ago. That's him right there. The guy in the man bun. That's the one I have right there. Yep, that's the one I have. This is the newest one I got. One with wheels on it. Now I have a 15% discount on IceCo. 15 or 12. It's either 12 or 15, I can't remember. I have a permanent coupon with IceCo. I will link it in the description below. Ooh, look at that. I like the color of that one. Check this out. I just noticed this. This thing's got right-hand steering. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's a true Australian vehicle. So he's got, you see this bag on the back of the Australian vehicle? It's a trail bag, and they've got another camping bag over here. This is a new product for them. The guy, he's a reseller of Iceco. He's not Iceco. His name's Lewis, and I just spoke to him, and he actually remembered me from the More Expo a couple years ago. So he's going to sign me up with his affiliate program. We're going to sell those bags and give you guys a 10% off on them. And I'm going to, he said it would go over the back of a spare tire, but it would also wrap around a tailgate. So I'm going to wrap mine around the tailgate. So more cool stuff, because who doesn't like cool stuff? Extrusion. Okay, so extrusion is the bed rack that I use on my truck. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Their customer service is a little slow, but the quality of product is fantastic. Fantastic quality. Made in Kansas, so made in the USA. I've been happy with them, 90% happy with it. So pretty good product. This is Overland Defense over here. These are non-lethal firearms, and these guys were at the More Expo as well. Awnings, 100% freestanding quick setup LED lights. 100%. So I'm looking at an awning system like that for the side of my truck. In fact, that's the side I want to put it on. And that one comes around, you see how it comes around all the way to the back, so it covers the whole tailgate. It comes around the side there, and it goes around to the front of the truck. Now this truck's smaller than mine is, a little bit. Not real much smaller. I wonder how much they're getting for that. Because the freestanding is what I want. I want the freestanding. And this one comes with LED lights, it says. I might have to talk to them about pricing on that. But that's what I want. So now I'm standing here at a camp, and I'm doing POTA underneath the awning in the shade with the breeze. It's coming through right now. And take the breeze. I wonder if they sell the awning with the breeze. I wonder what the price of that is. The one I've been looking at is a Bush company sold by Midgard Adventure Supply out of Santa Fe, Texas. Really good guy. He's the one who installed my roof rack for me. Now normally I would do this type of video on my Unplugged channel. If you guys haven't seen my Unplugged channel, go check that out. I did a complete walk around of the More Expo 2025. But today, we're doing this on this channel because of the 30 days of ham radio. Like I said, I took ham radio to an Overland show, and I caught up with Jeremy, KB5UZD. I think it's Kilo Bravo 5, to double check with him. He and Mike were at the campsite last night, so I camped out with them. And then they were gracious enough to make breakfast this morning and invited me to join them. And we're going to do some actual radio from the campsite a little bit later on today. And probably at some point in time, some cigars are going to come out. Oh, see the Bush company here? In fact, that's it. That's the awning. That's it right there. That's the awning I've been looking at. Now look at the arms on this thing. Look at the beefy arms on that thing. When I first saw this demonstrated to me, the guy grabbed this and did a pull-up on it. Now I'm not going to do that here because this is not mine. But this one only comes to the back here, so they have one that comes around to the back corner, to the opposite corner, like that one we just saw. But that's the one I've been looking at, and that's the one I'd like for my truck. Of course, mine would go on the other side because the rooftop tent folds out on this side. So here's another one right here. I just think that'd be an excellent POTA setup. You go to a state park, can't find a picnic table to sit at? No problem. Set up your awning, put up a chair, put a fiberglass mast into a T-channel flagpole mount on your roof rack or bed rack and go. So there's several people out here taking video. No one I recognize except that guy. That guy, I believe his name is Matt. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Matt. And I know his channel is Ozark Overland Adventures. I know that's his channel. And like I said, I met him a couple years ago. I'm not convinced he knows what ham radio is, which is okay. He did a really good presentation at the More Expo earlier this year, in April of this year, about Gaia GPS. And that's when Kyle and I started using Gaia GPS a little bit more often, we learned a few things about different stuff it would do. In fact, there's a way, we found a guy on YouTube, there's a way to do a POTA map overlay on Gaia GPS. So you pull up Gaia GPS and you hone in, you click on Find Me. It uses the GPS to track your location. You zoom out and you can see all the POTA spots around you. Ladies Overland Lounge. Oscar Mike Overland. Midwest Adventure Outfitters. Overland 870 podcast. Okay. Overland 870 podcast. I wonder what that's about.
Listen, I'm married up.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. You guys with the podcast?
Yeah, we're with the Overland 870 podcast out of Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Out of Arkansas.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right. Well, tell me about it if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're relatively new.
Okay.
We're trying to build some of our subscribers up, but we are into, obviously all of us are into overlanding, but really anything outdoors. We don't stick to just overlanding on the podcast. So we're just here trying to meet some new folks. We're going around and getting some of the vendors set up on our podcast and meeting all the cool people that come up and say hi.
Good. Awesome. How many episodes you got?
Oh, Craig, you know how many episodes we have now? I've forgotten. Episodes of the podcast.
2 dozen or so?
Yeah, so about 24 now. And we put one out every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. It's generally live Tuesday at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m.
Just audio?
No, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube,
Yep,
okay.
it's video and audio.
Okay.
We will be moving over to Spotify as well.
Okay.
So we'll have
Yeah.
just the audio there as well.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. You guys know how I am about supporting other YouTube channels, especially smaller YouTube channels inside of the ham radio world. So if you're interested in overlanding, go subscribe to them because I'm going to go listen to a couple. In fact, you know what? When I leave here tomorrow, I might put them on the playlist and listen to them during the drive time just to kind of see how I like their style and whatnot. But he said they just started only 24 episodes. So if that's something that interests you, go check that out. And tell them that Ham Radio 2.0 sent you.
CQ, this is KB5UZD, Overland of America. CQ, KB5UZD.
We set up at the campsite here, and this is the Cartenna Aries, their 41-foot random wire antenna. We got it running to the tree over there. Which DX Commander mast is that? Is that the 10 meter? Expedition. The Expedition mast, okay. I think that is a 10 meter. So it's running to this Expedition mast right here in the tree. I just posted on Discord to look for Kilo Bravo 5 Uniform Zulu Delta on 10 meter FT8. So we're going to see what he gets. He's hearing stations in South America right now. Ooh, I like that. How'd you get that WSJTX to be black? Is that a setting in there?
It's Grid Tracker.
Oh, that's Grid Tracker. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Action right there.
That is Grid Tracker. I love Grid Tracker. It's awesome. There's definitely some 10 meter activity going on right now. Using the FTX1, which I have yet to use on FT8. I've not even plugged mine up to a computer yet, honestly. I've used it on, I used it to activate a lighthouse. I've used it on POTA 2 or 3 times, but I have not used it on FT8 yet. There's some settings in there that you can set for WSJTX to run it like a 991.
Yeah, so the latest version of HamLib actually shows FTX-1.
It does.
It does.
Okay.
And then talked to Yezu yesterday, and if you hold down the mode button,
Okay.
there's this data U and then a preset. If you do
Yes.
that, it'll actually show up and it'll do preset.
You know, I want to say the FTDX10 did that when it was first new and they first set the preset. Yeah.
FT8.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an actual FT8 in the menu there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing about an Overland event. All kinds of solar panels and batteries and inverters and charge controllers and generators. So, RFI City in the middle of a field. You got the Gable tool roll there. I love that bag.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
It fits just 2 antennas in there.
Yeah. Did you get it because of my video or did you have it before that?
We got it about the same time.
About the same time?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
They had like a 40% off special on it, and that's the reason I found it, because I was looking for an antenna bag basically. Chameleon makes this bag that's like 2.5, 3 feet long. My 2 Potaflex masts from Gigaparts, I have those in there, and then I keep like a couple of 17-foot telescoping whips in there. I love that bag because it's configured to hold antennas and masts.
It is, and you know what's funny? It's actually a tool roll.
I know.
It's a tool roll.
Yes.
But the difference is they put here.
Oh yeah.
This in here.
Yep. And the Chameleon bag I really, really liked it, but it's like $90. I'm like, well, I'd like to get another one. So I was searching for Amazon, and that's how I found this thing. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I took it out to a POTA and did a video with it. So now what is that bag there with the coax in it?
So this is a pretty awesome bag too. It's I think we call it a Dyneema.
Yeah, it looks like a Dyneema.
CountyCom.
Oh, CountyCom. Oh yeah, I got
This is one
a
of the contractor
bunch of
bags
their stuff. Yeah.
for coax and stuff.
Okay.
So I got some nice ABR coax in there.
So CountyCom, I've done a couple of videos about that. The guy that owns CountyCom is actually a ham radio operator. He has He's a ham. And I contacted them about my mystery boxes a while back, and they want to start offering me stuff to put in my subscription boxes. So that's going to happen soon. All right. So this Overland show goes through all day today and into tomorrow. People will camp tonight and probably pack up and head out tomorrow morning. However, I'm told that there will be some vendor activity for a few hours in the morning anyway, but this one is on my books for next year. I got to leave. I just packed everything up, and we are headed to a VHF contest station for the VHF contest this weekend. This is going to be fun, I think, and I have a really good experience with some VHF activity this week. So let's read donations real quick. As of last night, the total was $3,755 with 65 donors total. Yesterday alone, we raised about $550, and a note says a $500 donor called into the headquarters to make his donation and said he was very happy to be calling in to make this first-time gift to support Teachers Institute. So thank you for that. No name was given, but thank you for that. Really appreciate y'all's support. We do need to try to get closer to that $30,000 goal. We're only a little bit more than 10% there, and we're almost halfway through the month, or halfway through the 30 days. So how many of you can donate $1,000 or more? Maybe somebody donates. Maybe if we have 2 or 3 or 4 people that can donate $1,000, maybe I'll do something extra for the video series. What do you want me to do? I'll go get a tattoo. I can do that. Maybe I'll find a radio I could give away or something like that. So 73 guys, thanks for the support, and we will see you tomorrow.